Hi, I'm Ju Kwong from Golf Digest Singapore, and here today with Lexi Thompson.
Hi.
Star on the LPGA Tour. Welcome to Singapore,
Thank
and
you.
I'm sure you're excited to play in the HSBC Women's Champions this year.
Thank you.
What are you looking forward to at the tournament this year?
Well, what I'm looking forward to the most is just playing an amazing golf course. It's always in great shape for us, and hopefully playing in front of a lot of fans this week.
Okay, fantastic. People don't realize they've seen you for a few years now on the tour, doing very well. People don't realize you're only 19 still. You started out very young on the tour, won at a very young age. For players who are in their teens, looking forward to turning professional eventually, what sort of advice would you give them in terms of shaping up their games and their education in order to get them ready for the professional tours?
I would say the biggest advice I have for them is just, know what you're getting yourself into. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of dedication. You're traveling a lot, pretty much. You're home once a week. 1 week out of a month, pretty much. So you have to know what you're getting yourself into. It's a lot of practice, but if you love the game, you have to go for your dreams, and that's what I did. I knew I wanted to play out on the LPGA tour, for the rest of my life, and it was always my dream. So, just have fun with it. Make a few friends that play golf, and really get into it and be competitive about it.
In Singapore and in Asia in general, education is a big thing. People, always put education first. Perhaps in the US is slightly different. As you were growing up and you were getting more serious in playing golf, there must have been a point in time when you had to decide, will I go to college or will I turn professional and play golf? Maybe you want to walk us through the thought processes that you had, during that time, and what pushed you towards the professional career other than playing college golf?
Yeah, I did online schooling since 6th grade, so I did that. I graduated 2 years ago. I graduated a year early,
Okay.
but I pretty much knew I wanted to focus on golf 100%, and knew I wasn't really going the college route at a pretty young age. But college is always there. I can always take online courses while I'm traveling. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go and take the courses, but I love being out here and traveling and playing golf, and I think that's what I was meant to do. So I don't regret any decision. I love it.
And we're the beneficiaries of that, obviously. You mentioned you travel a lot as a professional, and the LPGA has become really a bona fide global tour. You guys played in Thailand last week. You play in Singapore, and then you're gonna do the US swing and come back over here again at the end of the year. How does that fit with your personality? Do you enjoy this global game? Because I know many players from the US, they'd rather not travel. They want to probably stay in the US, but the game is different these days. And how do you address that personally?
It is very different. It's a global tour. We travel all around the world. We pretty much start in Asia and end in Asia at the end of the year. But I love it. You get to travel to see different cultures and meet different people. And over here in Asia, the golf courses are amazing, and people love their golf over here. So I think that's the most important thing. Yeah, it's a long flight, but it's well worth it once we get here.
Who do you hang out with on the tour, and what do you guys do when you guys are not banging balls on the range or playing at the tournament?
Yeah, I hang out with quite a few people out here. There's a few players I actually grew up playing junior and amateur golf with, like J. Marie Green, Austin Ernst, Jennifer Johnson. So I'm pretty good friends with them. We're regular people. We'll just go out and hang out, go see movies, go sightsee, or pretty much just relax. When we're not golfing, we're regular people. So just right when we step foot on that golf course, we're a whole different person.
Absolutely, I've seen you guys hit.
Yeah.
You don't hit like the average golfer.
No.
Players seem to be getting younger and younger. You have seen a whole bunch of teenagers. You're still a teen, but still, you have 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, coming out and playing on professional tour. How do you view that, and what do you attribute to this, the surge in so many promising teenage golfers out there?
The game is getting a lot younger. I thought I was the young one out here, but now you have Lydia Ko, and she's 16.
Yeah.
So I think it's very cool to see, younger players getting involved with the game. And I think we're helping that with the golf movement, especially in women's golf. You see a lot of little girls watching us play, and it means so much to us that we're role models for little kids that are just starting to play the game, and they get to see how much we love it, and how much we enjoy just being out there. So I think it's great to see, and we're going to see a lot more younger players out here, I'm sure.
I'm sure about that. You have two brothers.
I do.
And one of them is a professional, and he's got a card on the PGA Tour, I believe.
Yep.
And the other one's a very promising golfer in college.
Yep.
Growing up, obviously they started playing golf first, but obviously you've had tremendous success. How does your relationship with your brothers help or hinder the development of your golf game or your career as a professional?
They've helped me out so much with my golf game. Growing up, I live on a golf course. I started golfing when I was 5 years old, so they were pretty much really into it when I got started. So I used to always follow them, and the game of golf just grew on me from them. And they've always been there to support me and help me out with my golf game. And you know, for the last few years, I've moved back to the back tees and just tried to play them straight up. And I think it's made me so much better of a player. I've always tried to hit it longer with them and always try to beat them. And I think that's where I've got my competitive attitude and has helped me out so much on and off the golf course.
If they play from the black tees and the back tees, and you play from your regular tees, who wins most of the time? You take their money or they take yours?
It depends. I have taken their money.
Okay.
But usually they do beat me, but I have beat them a few times. Okay. But I played them straight up.
All right.
No shots given.
Fantastic. If you had one advice to a promising or an aspiring teenage golfer out there in Singapore looking to you to tell them something that would get them on the right track towards their career, what would that be?
I would say probably just practice hard, love what you do, and just go out with a purpose when you practice. Always try to improve on everything in your game. Golf is always a challenge. Even when you're struggling, you have to pick yourself back up and always try to fight to be better. And that's why I love the game. It's always challenging. You'd never be perfected at it.
Fantastic. Lexi, thank you very much for your time, and all the best this week at the HSBC Women's Championship.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm Ju Kwang from Golf Digest Singapore.